Hey y'all, so I got a new toy in yesterday and I'm very excited about using this. I am filming a wedding on tomorrow, so I definitely wanted to make sure that I had my screen. Have been having some concerns about when I am recording and just holding onto my camera. So typically if I hold my camera, for example, I'm like this, right? Or I'll have my gimbal. Now, usually I have my gimbal on me or holding it on the camera, but a lot of times if my gimbal is like this and my camera is also like this, it's hard to see the actual screen, and I cannot pull my screen out to see it. This is a Canon T7 Rebel, so it only has certain capabilities. Now, it's a great camera, but still when it comes to being able to adjust it in that way, I'm unable to do that. So I needed an extra screen so that way I can see the clarity of my videos. And of course, if I need to adjust anything while I'm in screen, so that way while I'm recording, things are always going to come out into the best possible way. So I bought a Neewer LCD screen monitor. Okay, and it comes with all of these things. It comes with all of these things. Alright, here's the monitor. Okay. Now, it comes with a screen. It comes with a hood that goes over the monitor. It comes with this case that goes over the monitor itself. So actually, I can go ahead and connect this now, and I'll show you guys how that works. So typically, you can actually slide it in, hover it over it, and it's actually going to go in these two hooks right here. This one right here, as well as this one right here. And I just slide those in. And then, of course, you got these hooks at the top. And then what I would do is I would push it in, just like that. As you can see, push that in. And then now these are also coming in, and it just finalized. Boom. So that takes care of that part, right? So now, of course, if you want extra coverage, you can put this on there as well. And this will be able to help you when it comes to protecting it from the sun. So it would look like, because you got your Velcro right here. Right, and so it'll look like this. You can just wrap that all the way around, just like that. Boom. That way, if I am outside and the sun might be in my way, I won't have to have that issue anymore. So now, keep in mind, if I press this button, nothing happens. It doesn't cut on. Why? Two things. It's not connected to my camera, which is this right here, and it has no battery. Now, keep in mind, this box does not come with a battery. So that is something that you would have to buy separate. And the batteries that I ended up buying were this one right here. These are the F550s. And I was able to, of course, these are the models. You got the NP-F330, 550, 570. This is what these are all good for. And basically, you can just take one of these once they're fully charged. Turn your monitor around. Now, pay attention to these grooves, because that's also going to tell you how you're going to put it in. So you can, of course, pay attention to this as well. And with these holes pointing downwards, just put it towards the middle, slide it down, and it's in. That's it. So now that that's in there, you got power. Now the light turns red, all right? Now, but if I turn it blue, the screen's going to come on, but no signal. Again, we don't have it connected to our camera. Boom, this bad boy right here. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up the camera first with my how I want to stabilize it, and then I'm gonna add the actual monitor itself. So, what I want to do, I am actually going to add on this handheld stabilizer right here. It's not say a gimbal or a stabilizer for real, but it is a handle that I can hold on to my camera. So I'm going to connect this to the bottom. Just like that. Boom. Like there, I saw all it in there. So that way if I decide to, I can hold the camera like this. Now keep in mind, I can also hold the camera. I can also rotate this to hold it this way if I wanted to. Alright, so that way I can probably have it like this. You know, there's many different ways. However you want to hold your camera is up to you. But there's many different ways you can do that. So, say I decided to try it out like this. Because I didn't do it like this when I first got it yesterday, but I'll try it like this for today. So, lock that in at the bottom. Tighten that up. So now I'm holding it like this, and I got basically 2 points of contact. Okay. Now, still haven't added my monitor yet, so we want to do that. Now, I will say this: when this came in yesterday, I did not like the fact that my hot shoe did not have the separation between these two, so I couldn't just slide this in to the top part of my camera. As you can see, this is definitely a struggle. So, and it's not supposed to be that difficult. Luckily, I already had one prior that I've had in my bag, and this is what happens when you buy a lot of equipment. You end up getting stuff that you need. So, I ended up using this one, and all I can do is slide that in, tighten that up, and now I can connect my monitor. So now what I can do is I can push this in. But what I'll do, I'll take this out first. So I'll take this out first, connect this to the monitor, tighten that up, because I want to make sure that it's in there. Just like that, boom. Then you can tighten this part up as well, just so you can adjust this how you want it to be. So if I want to see it like this, I might do it like that. Depending how I want to see it on my camera. So if my camera's like this, I'm probably gonna have it angled outward. So I will slide this in to the hot shoe. Alright, as you can see, it's in there. So now I'll go ahead and I'll tighten up both of these right quick. Boom. And boom. Alright, so I had to switch phones because apparently my other phone was dying. Or not only dying, but it's also losing memory. So now I tighten up this middle part right here. Make sure everything is secure. And I got my camera out like this. Perfect. So now, if I were to bring it up, you guys can see what it looks like. Just like this. Okay? So now, to make sure that this is connected, because again, once I turn it on, it's not going to show anything. It's going to say no signal. So you want it to be connected. Not only that, my camera's not on either, so turn it on. Boom. Cool. Now, I'm going to show you the cord that I use, of course, to plug mine in. Now, they have two of these different types of HDMI cords. And I'm assuming it's because people have different ways of being able to connect theirs. So if you look at, got this one cord, which your monitor plugs, and I'm looking at the end of my HDMI cord. So the HDMI cords, of course, they start off the fat side like this. Just like these. Alright, so these two are their fat sides, as you can see. Then you got the opposite end, but this one is like this, but the other one is more like this. So it depends on, of course, what kind of camera you have that can fit it. Okay, so my camera can fit this one. So that's what I'm going to put in. So I'm going to open up the sides of my camera. It's like this. And then I am going to put that in there. And it fits. Again, it should never be forced. Then I'm going to take the other end of the HDMI cord and I'm going to plug it into the side of this. Just like that. Now, as you can see, of course, it is still not actually showing anything, but we can change that. It's not on when it comes to my menu. So the Wi-Fi is off. There we go. Sometimes I gotta restart it. All right. So I pressed the shutter button again, and it seems to be working fine now. So ideally, this is what it would look like. So I have my screen set up. As you can see, that's what it needs to do. Now, of course, you can see my lighting and all that stuff needs to be adjusted, but that's just because of the sun. But we're going to go outside anyway. We're going to test this thing out.